These are the 12 little things quietly cheapening our look after 50. And most of them are so small, we barely notice them. Today I'm showing you the elegant swaps that instantly lift your whole appearance, starting from the foundation and working upward, because that order is easier to remember and makes every change more effective. I've helped thousands of women refine their style, and I promise a few of these will surprise you. 1. Cheap, thin or stretched out bras and base layers. A polished look always begins here, long before anyone sees the outfit. A stretched strap, a collapsing cup, or a thin base layer that clings in the wrong places can quietly cheapen everything you put on afterward. At 50 plus, comfort and elegance should work together, and that starts with proper support. The right foundation gives you lift, smoothness and confidence before you even choose your clothes. Most women don't realize that even the most refined outfit can't sit correctly over a bra that's lost its shape. Fabrics glide differently when the base is smooth and structured. That's why I rely on pieces that hold up over time, like the WACOAL Perfect Primer Full Figure Underwire Bra and the Spanx Thin Stinks 2.0 Mid-Thigh Shorts. Both create a clean, elegant line you can build on, and you'll find them linked in the description if you want to explore them further. Think of this chapter as a quiet reset. When your base works with your body instead of against it, everything that follows, tops, dresses, jackets, trousers, instantly looks more intentional. Your posture improves, your clothes drape the way they should, and your overall silhouette feels naturally lifted. Great style truly begins where no one is looking, and the right underpinnings allow your entire wardrobe to perform at its absolute best. 2. Wrong undergarments with leggings or pants. Even the most elegant outfit can lose its polish when the wrong undergarments sit underneath it. Leggings, ponte trousers, and slim-cut pants are especially unforgiving because every seam, texture, and line shows through the fabric. What often cheapens the look isn't the clothing itself, it's the distracting outlines and shapes created by too thick briefs, bright colours beneath thin materials, or fabrics that bunch and roll. These small details pull the eye away from the outfit and immediately make everything feel less intentional. The key to elegance here is simplicity. A clean, seamless base visually supports your outfit instead of interrupting it. Think soft edges, minimal stitching, and fabrics that disappear rather than announce themselves. When the underlayer is smooth, the clothes on top suddenly look better tailored, even if nothing else has changed. This is where a lot of women over 50 discover an instant improvement without buying a single new piece of clothing. Another shift that makes a huge difference is color. Bright or patterned undergarments read through lighter pants, and even darker leggings can reveal unexpected shapes in daylight or flash photography. Choosing neutral, lightweight, low-profile pieces gives you a refined finish that feels quietly elevated. No tugging, adjusting, or worrying about what's showing. Small improvements add up quickly, and once you see the difference a clean base makes, you'll never go back. And speaking of the foundation, there's another subtle detail that instantly changes how your clothing sits, and most women only notice it when it's gone wrong. Let's move into posture. 3. Poor posture collapsing the outfit. Posture is one of those details we overlook until we catch our reflection at the wrong moment. A rounded shoulder, a forward neck, or a softened midsection can instantly collapse even a beautifully chosen outfit. This isn't about looking younger, it's about letting your clothes fall the way they're meant to. When the frame isn't supported, the clothing simply can't perform. A tailored blouse looks tired when the shoulders curve inward. A structured blazer loses its shape when the chest sinks. Even a simple knit looks less refined when the spine isn't aligned. What's striking is how quickly everything improves with a few small posture cues. Standing taller lengthens the torso, lifts the chest, and sharpens every silhouette, no matter what you're wearing. The goal isn't stiffness, it's ease. Think of posture as the architecture beneath your outfit. Rolling your shoulders back, softening the ribs, and lengthening through the crown of your head allow the clothing to work with your body, not against it. This doesn't require intense routines, just small habits like opening the chest, engaging the upper back, or taking a 2-second reset before heading out. You can also support yourself with simple tools, like an adjustable upper back corrector worn briefly at home. It retrains the muscles that naturally weaken over time and quietly elevates every outfit you put on. When you stand well, you look composed, confident, and naturally elegant, and your clothing finally reflects that. 4. Plastic reading glasses. Reading glasses are one of the first things people notice, partly because they sit right in the center of your face, and partly because they reveal so much about your personal style. But many women over 50 fall into the habit of grabbing plastic readers from the checkout aisle, not realizing how much those chunky frames and cloudy lenses cheapen their overall look. Plastic readers often distort the eyes, throw off the balance of your facial features, and add a harsh, toy-like finish that works against elegance. The funny thing is, most of the time we reach for them out of convenience, not intention. They're easy, they're everywhere, and we toss them around without thinking. But because glasses act like jewelry for your face, the wrong pair stands out instantly. Thick, brightly coloured plastic or overly trendy shapes can age the face, pull attention down, and create a contrast that clashes with the softness many women prefer as they mature. Upgrading doesn't mean choosing something dramatic. The most refined frames tend to be slim, lightweight, and softly structured, shapes that enhance your natural features instead of competing with them. Neutral tones, subtle metal trims, and gentle curves help lift the eye area and soften expression lines, creating an effortlessly polished effect. It's a quiet shift, but it changes everything. Once you experience how flattering the right frames can be and how much lighter, clearer, and more intentional they feel, you'll never want to go back to the checkout line pairs that were holding you back. 5. Aging makeup techniques. Makeup after 50 doesn't have to be complicated, but certain long-held habits can unintentionally age the face. Most of us learned our makeup routines decades ago, and we keep repeating them even though our skin, texture, and features have changed. Heavy foundation, frosty shadow, dark lip liner, and too much powder are the biggest culprits, flattening the skin and emphasizing lines instead of enhancing what you already have. A more elegant approach focuses on softness and lift. Lighter, skin-like foundation brings back brightness and natural movement. Powder should be used sparingly, only where you need it, so the skin stays dimensional rather than matte and flat. Swapping frosty shadows for satin or matte neutrals instantly gives a smoother, more modern look. For lips, harsh lining shrinks the shape. A softer outline, blended inward, restores fullness without feeling heavy. And blush placement matters. Applying it slightly higher on the cheek creates gentle lift, without trying to look younger. What makes these shifts powerful is their simplicity. You're not replacing your makeup bag, you're just adjusting your technique. Small refinements like these make your face look fresher, brighter, and more balanced while letting your natural features take the lead. And once the face feels refreshed, there's one more detail that quietly shapes your entire look before you even choose an outfit: your hair. 6. Outdated hair color or cut. Hair carries so much of your visual identity that even small changes in color or shape can completely update your look. But many women don't realize when their cut or color starts working against them. Overly warm tones, overly ashy tones, thick chunky highlights, or layers that were trendy years ago can instantly make your entire style feel dated, even when the rest of your outfit is elegant and current. The goal after 50 isn't to chase youth, it's to create harmony. Hair color that's too brassy can make the skin look more yellow or emphasize redness. Shades that are too cool can drain warmth from the face, making features appear sharper or more tired. Blended, softer tones, whether you embrace grey, enhance it, or choose a natural-looking shade, tend to flatter far more because they work with your complexion rather than overpower it. The same principle applies to the cut. Choppy, overlayered styles can thin the hair where you want fullness and add bulk where you don't. A more modern shape usually has controlled movement, thoughtful layering, and a structure that frames the face rather than hiding it. Even small adjustments around the jawline, temple, or bangs area can completely change how lifted or balanced your features appear. A refreshed cut or colour doesn't have to be dramatic. Often, it's just a matter of softening lines, blending shades, or adding gentle shape where the hair naturally wants to move. When your hair feels current and intentional, your entire look follows. It's one of the easiest, most powerful upgrades you can make after 50. If this has been helpful so far, tap like and subscribe. It genuinely helps this channel grow so more women can find these elegant, confidence-boosting tips. 7. Crossbody bags. Crossbody bags are convenient, hands-free, and easy to throw on, but they're also one of the quickest ways to unintentionally cheapen an otherwise elegant outfit. The thick straps, the way they cut across the bust, and the constant diagonal line they create can interrupt your shape and make your clothing look less structured. Even a beautiful blouse or blazer struggles to sit correctly when a crossbody is dragging the eye in a different direction. What many women over 50 don't realize is how much cleaner, sharper, and more refined the entire outfit looks when the bag works with your silhouette instead of slicing through it. Shoulder bags, top handle bags, and soft structured totes all create smoother vertical lines that visually elongate the body and feel more polished without sacrificing practicality. If you still want something modern and manageable, a slim, structured shoulder bag gives you the same ease without the bulky strap across your chest. One option that always sits beautifully and elevates almost any outfit is the Coach Tabby Shoulder Bag 26, a timeless, streamlined shape that adds structure instead of adding clutter. Crossbodies aren't bad, they just require thoughtful styling. But when you're aiming for an effortlessly elegant appearance, simplifying the lines around your torso makes a dramatic difference. Clean, vertical shapes always look more expensive and more intentional, and your clothes will drape far better without a thick strap competing with them. 8. Outdated belts. Belts can make an outfit look finished, structured, and beautifully balanced, but only when the belt itself feels current. This is where many women over 50 unintentionally get stuck. Chunky belts with oversized buckles, ruched stretch belts, decorative metallic plates, or glossy faux leather finishes were once staples, but today they instantly date an outfit. Instead of adding polish, they add visual noise and cut the body at the widest point. The elegance of a modern belt comes from subtlety. Slimmer shapes, matte leather, and understated buckles blend into the outfit instead of shouting over it. When the belt harmonizes with the clothing rather than competing with it, your waist looks naturally defined and the entire silhouette appears more streamlined. This is especially helpful with dresses, cardigans, and tunics that need gentle structure without heaviness. Color matters too. Matching your belt to your pants or creating a soft tonal relationship keeps the eye moving vertically, creating the long, flattering line that instantly elevates an outfit. Loud contrasts or bright, dated colors interrupt that flow and make the styling feel older than it is. Belt placement also makes a difference. Wearing a belt slightly higher, closer to your natural waist rather than your hips, elongates the lower body and gives a more lifted, refined shape. Small adjustments like these turn a basic outfit into a tailored one without buying anything new. And once your accessories feel modern and intentional, there's one more area where simplicity matters even more: the jewelry and accents you pair with them. 9. Over-accessorizing or mixing too many statements. Accessories can elevate an outfit instantly, but too many can overwhelm it just as fast. A common mistake women over 50 make isn't wearing jewelry, it's wearing pieces that compete instead of complementing each other. Stacked rings with bold earrings, layered necklaces with statement bracelets, or mixing metals without intention creates visual clutter that distracts from your face and your outfit. Elegance comes from balance. The most polished looks highlight one focal point per area, one necklace, one bracelet, or one pair of earrings that guides the eye without fighting for attention. When everything tries to shine, nothing does. Simplifying your choices allows your features and clothing to stand out again. Matching the jewelry to the mood of your outfit helps too. With a structured blazer, a delicate chain or slim bracelet adds refinement without heaviness. With soft knits or flowing tops, a clean pendant gives just enough presence without overwhelming the neckline. Metal consistency matters as well. Mixing several finishes can look accidental, while choosing one primary tone, gold or silver, keeps everything cohesive and more expensive looking. When your accessories support rather than compete, your entire look feels calmer, more intentional, and effortlessly elegant. 10. Dark nail polish. Hands are one of the most expressive parts of your appearance, and people notice them far more than we think. Dark nail polish, especially near black shades, can unintentionally harden the hands, emphasize veins, and create a contrast that feels heavier than intended. On mature skin, these deep tones often pull the eye downward and can make even a soft, elegant outfit feel slightly harsher. Nail color works a lot like lighting. It reflects onto the skin. Very dark shades cast shadows, while softer tones brighten and lift the hands. That's why clean, delicate colours tend to look more polished and expensive. Soft pinks, milky whites, and whisper neutral shades create a gentle finish that feels modern without demanding attention. A classic example is Essie Ballet Slippers, a shade that stayed iconic for decades because of how quietly flattering it is. It gives the nails a healthy, luminous look without feeling overly done, and it pairs effortlessly with any outfit or jewelry tone. The goal isn't to avoid personality, it's to avoid heaviness. When your nail color softens the hands instead of overpowering them, everything else you're wearing looks more cohesive, refined, and subtly elevated. And speaking of details that carry your whole look, there's another area where people often notice quality before anything else: your shoes. 11. Tired or collapsed shoes. Shoes quietly communicate more about your standards than almost any other accessory. A beautifully put together outfit can lose its polish instantly when the shoes look worn down, collapsed at the heel, shiny in the wrong places, or softened out of their original shape. This isn't about chasing trends, it's about maintaining structure, because footwear is one of the first places the eye goes when judging overall refinement. Over time, even good shoes can begin to sag, lean, or wrinkle in a way that cheapens your entire silhouette. A sharp blazer loses impact when paired with flattened ballet flats. A lovely dress can feel unbalanced when the shoes no longer hold their shape, and comfort-only styles, especially those with thick cushioning or bulky silhouettes, often make the outfit feel more casual than intended. A well-structured shoe restores proportion and instantly elevates your look. A simple, polished option, like the Naturalizer Carina leather block heel pump, gives height without discomfort, maintains its shape, and brings a clean line that balances everything from trousers to dresses. When the shoe looks stable and intentional, the entire outfit reads the same way. This is also the perfect moment to remind you that all the items I recommend are linked in the description, so you can explore them whenever you're ready. You don't need many, just one or two well-made pairs you rotate with care. And once your shoes feel refined, there's one last detail that can quietly age your look faster than any of the others: your phone case. 12 iPhone flip cases. Technology has become part of our visual identity, and your phone case appears in more moments than you might realize. At the grocery store, at the cafe, in photos, at events, whenever you take a call. Flip cases, wallet covers, and bulky folio designs were practical years ago, but today they instantly age your overall look. Their size adds unnecessary bulk, the flap interrupts clean lines, and the shape feels outdated next to modern clothing and accessories. Even the simple act of opening and closing a flap draws attention in a way that feels busy rather than elegant. The extra layers make the phone look heavier and thicker than it is, often creating a lopsided outline in your bag or pocket. For women aiming for a polished, streamlined appearance, these bulky cases work directly against that goal. A slim, matte, soft touch case looks far more current. It follows the phone's natural shape, slips easily into a bag, and doesn't fight with your outfit. Simpler cases also photograph better, something many women don't realize until they see a picture of themselves holding their phone and notice how much visual space the flap took up. This change is one of the easiest, quickest upgrades you can make. A clean, modern case signals care, confidence, and attention to detail without adding any effort. It's a small shift, but it keeps your overall style feeling fresh and quietly elevated, just the way modern elegance should. Great style after 50 isn't about chasing trends. It's about choosing details that feel intentional, comfortable, and true to who you are. Even the smallest upgrades can completely change how your wardrobe comes together. If today's tips gave you a clearer way to refine your look, tap like and subscribe so more women can find these guides. And everything I mentioned is linked in the description below. Before you go, stay right here and watch the video on your screen next.